Do you want to know how narcissists hide their true agendas? By the end of this video, you're going to know what they're hiding behind that mask. Hi, I'm Rebecca Zung. I've been recognized as one of the top 1% of attorneys, and I have written 2 best-selling books, Negotiate Like You Matter and Breaking Free, a step-by-step divorce guide. And I've helped thousands of people just like you go from those narcissistic, toxic lives of drama, trauma, and chaos, and I've helped them step into lives of freedom, and I've shown them the way step by step, and I do exactly that for you right here on my YouTube channel. So make sure that you subscribe and you hit that notification bell, and that way you'll get notified when I upload brand new content. Now let's talk about what those narcissists are hiding behind that mask. What is their true agenda? What is it they really want from you? So what narcissists don't want you to know is that they are actually really scared little beings inside that massive wall of ego that they build around them. Whether they are a covert narcissist, a grandiose narcissist, or a malignant narcissist, or whatever kind that you're dealing with, even maybe it's a combination of one of those, they are really just scared people. Something happened to them when they were a child. They were traumatized in some way, not loved enough. They came to this conclusion somehow that the world is a scary place. The world is a place that they have to survive, and it's survival of the fittest for them. It's you know, if you survive, then I can't. If you have something, then I don't have it. It's scarcity mentality at its most extreme. And so what they really don't want you to know is that they are actually the weaker one. You are actually the stronger one as their narcissistic supply. And narcissistic supply is anything that feeds their ego. It's their lifeblood, it's their oxygen, it's their food, it's what they need. And it's what they use, what they need to suck out of from every single person that they meet. And if you want to know more about Narcissistic Supply, definitely check out my video on Narcissistic Supply, and actually I have a whole Narcissism 101 series that defines the main terms that you need to know when you're dealing with narcissists, a whole language you were never hoping that you wanted to know, but here you are knowing it, right? But I will say that once you do know the language, and once you do understand how narcissists are, and that this is what it is that you're dealing with, it makes your life so much easier. You start to go, oh my gosh, that's what I'm dealing with. That's the world that this person lives in. It actually has nothing to do with me. I was just what they latched onto for supply. And so once you start understanding that, it makes it so much easier for you to start to formulate a plan to get out of this situation. And that's where I come in, and that's where my resources come in, and hours of free content here on YouTube, and hours of free content on my podcast. And I even have all kinds of other free resources, such as my Crush My Negotiation prep worksheet, etc., because I want you to have the tools that you need step by step to get out of this situation, and have the courage to know how to do it because you have the right tools to do it. So let's now talk more about the what the narcissists are hiding. You know, what's their true agenda? Okay, so what they start off with is love bombing. And so they're hiding behind this love bombing. It's really the stage where they are grooming you. They're investing in you so that when during the devalue stage, they can get that return on their investment. It's really a form of manipulation. And if you want to know more about love bombing, you can check out my video on love bombing. But it's a form of manipulation. And so they're hiding their true agenda when they're love bombing you. They're setting themselves up to look perfect for you. Whether it's the perfect job, the perfect business partner, the perfect spouse, the perfect romantic partner, the perfect friend, the perfect neighbor, whatever it is, they're setting themselves up to be that perfect person for you so that they can, get into your world, get you into their web. It's almost like a black widow that spins you into their web. And then once you're there, they can suck the blood out of you. And I know that sounds really dramatic, but that really is what it is. So they're hiding their true agenda during that love bomb phase. And by the way, they are master manipulators. You cannot feel bad that you ended up in a relationship with a narcissist. I did too. I ended up with 2 of these heinous creatures in my life. They are no longer in my life. I am happy to say that I have gone no contact. I set those boundaries. I take the advice that I give to you. I take the information that I've learned on how to be a master negotiator, and I give that information to you. And I've taken my own advice, and it has worked. So, don't feel bad about the fact that you ended up into their lair, their web, because they have been working on becoming master manipulators since childhood. That's their way of being. So they know how to be charismatic. They know that they can't come in and start devaluing you, because then you'll never end up wanting to be near them. But then the next stage is that, part of their true agenda is that devalue stage. And that's where they start to get that return on their investment of the love bombing. That's when they start to suck that narcissistic supply right on out of you. And if you are so ready to expose them, give me a game over in the comments. So another way that they hide their true agendas is they engage their flying monkeys. And that's when you see the birth of the smear campaign and all that. And they're so good, by the way, at hiding their true agenda of making themselves look good, making you look bad, by talking to their flying monkeys. And they say things like, it was so funny. I was just talking to a guy yesterday. He was in the UK, and he was talking about how the soon-to-be ex-wife is saying things to his own family. I'm so concerned about his mental state. I'm not really sure if, he's really up to the task of having the children 50% of the time, because I'm really concerned about him. So they hide their true agenda of, taking you down, punishing you with having, you get less time with the kids or whatever, with this, I'm just really concerned. And so that's another way they hide their true agendas, like expressing feigned concern for the person by lining up their flying monkeys and engaging in an underhanded smear campaign. And the last one is playing the victim. And, they hide their true agenda of, I need the supply, I want the attention. And so they, play the victim. Oh, life isn't fair. You especially see this with the coverts. And if you want to know more about why covert narcissists are the worst, check out my video on why covert narcissists are the worst. I cannot stand them because they are the under the radar ones, and the 2 that I had to deal with were both covert narcissists too. And, the whole rest of the world thinks that they are so nice, and they just got a bad rap, and they're just the victim. And, you're the one that caused all of their problems. You're the bad one. life isn't fair for them. And so the world sees this and sees them as this good person, and look at you, the Satan of this thing, you know, that you caused all of these problems, or that you're the bad one in the relationship. And they set it up so that it's, you know, plausible that you're the bad one, and that all the stuff that they did, this plausible deniability, is what they have, because it's so subtle that, you know, it's hard to pin it back onto them, or it doesn't sound that bad if you try to explain to somebody else what's going on. And that's what's really the crazy making. I mean, that's where you really start to feel like the world is all against you. And they say things like that, like, you know, no one else thinks the way you do, and everybody else thinks that I'm terrific. And if you want to know more about the narcissist favorite sayings, check out my video on narcissist favorite sayings. I have a whole video on that. But if you are dealing with a narcissist and they're driving you absolutely crazy, and you are just so ready to take that next step to figure out how you get out of this situation, make sure you download my free Crush My Negotiation Prep Worksheet. It's a free ebook, and I created it just for you so that you can just have that first step to getting out of this relationship. So just go to winmynegotiation.com and grab that. If you like this video, make sure you give it a like, share it, drop me that comment, and also subscribe and hit that notification bell. If you want more support, join me in my free private Facebook group. It's called Narcissist Negotiators with Rebecca Zung, and people are in there helping and supporting each other and giving each other that feeling that you are not alone in this, because you are not. You are not alone. You are supported. We're here to help you. So thank you so much for joining me today on this episode of Negotiate Your Best Life. Remember, today is a great day to start negotiating your best life. I'm Rebecca Zung. I'll see you in the next video.